everybody, it's Rich220, and you're joining me outside here in my own yard right next to the 57 Chevy. I'm doing a little barbecuing. Gonna have a little something to eat, for when everybody gets here. So we'll just hang out until then, till somebody gets in here. Let's see if this is working. All right, let's see what's going on here. Boy, that thing's annoying as hell. You gotta turn that off. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Damn, I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, got a couple doggers. Man, that's annoying. Lord. Maybe it's because this is on. Or it's close. That's nuts. Okay. Should be fine. Delayed reaction. Heck, I brought the shirt out here so I don't have to sweat. All righty. See anybody come in yet? Nope, nobody here. That doesn't surprise me a bit. Could do all the networking I want and still nothing. Okay. Let's see here now. Yep. I have a little salt and pepper. My steaks. And then I gotta flip them. Salt and pepper the other side, and I'm done. Okay. I can put this back on there until they're done. Okay, let's put that back a little bit. Hey, who we got in here? I see we got somebody in here. I don't know who, though. You got any questions you want to ask, or you just want to view, or what? Put this up here and this down here. Sitting here barbecuing a couple of steaks and waiting for some people to come in. Maybe it's my brother. Dan, is that you? I don't want to have it as top chat. Nobody donates a thing to me. Yeah, definitely had to get a different shirt on. It's too hot out here for a sweatshirt. Took the headlight bezels off the car because, oh, I don't want them filled with paint and primer. You know, the headlights, I could take some steel wool and clean them up pretty good, but maybe it's on the wrong setting for chat. Hold on. Top chat, live chat. Okay, try and say something now. I know we got one person in here. I can see it. Oh, that's what happens when I plug in this trailer. I got that beeping noise. I think it's something with the heater or whatever. I'm wondering if there's a way to hook this up to my TV. It's just about completely back together. I actually have to get up underneath it and tighten some of the suspension. There's two long bolts that go underneath, and they go right through the frame. There's like a coupling or something like that. It's got two holes for the bolts, so it goes through the frame, and it gets tightened down by two nuts on the end. Then I have to loosen the oil pan because I have to put the timing chain cover back on. Not all the way, but just enough to, be annoying. All right, now we got two people in here. You can say hi. I don't bite. What time is it? It's a little bit early. Let me see who's in here. If it shows anything. Hey, Bob. As soon as I can get my ass up underneath the car, I got to drop the oil pan a little bit and put the time chain cover back on. Then the harmonic, the fan, and everything, and that's it. It's done. She does crank. It's not a problem there. But I had to, I don't know, have you been following all along, Bob? Or are you from Facebook? There's a lot of work that's got to be done to it anyway. I still have to do interior work, It needs a headliner. The door panel's got to be redone again because the material that I bought was too flimsy. And I have plexiglass windows for the front of it for right now because they're cracked beyond belief. I mean, every time I roll it down, I'm afraid the damn thing's going to drop in the door and just shatter, you know? Plus, I've been busy with customers' radios. I got one that's about like 33 inches long, and I had to rebuild the whole damn thing from the bottom up because when he bought his radio, somebody cannibalized it for parts and left him hanging with like a dead radio. The only thing that worked on it was the radio itself. That's it. What they did was they crossed everything over. Put that out. Yeah, well, that's going to happen very soon. I'm going to try and get this thing running this weekend, hopefully, you know, unless I get some more hangups. Right now, it's sitting on jack stands behind me because I got to get up underneath it. I can't do that with the car being off the jack stands. All I have to do is, like I said, I got to loosen up the oil pan just a little bit so I can get the timing chain cover back on. Then I could drop the harmonic balancer back on, put a fuel line in from the gas tank to the pump, and then, you know, hook it into the carburetor, the other end, put the hoses back on, and, you know, put the radiator back on its mounting spots. And then what I got to do, just 3 wires. What is it, positive and negative, and the one that goes from the distributor coil. I mean the distributor cap. The distributor itself. We know she's not seized. You know, that's for sure. I mean, here, watch. Let's see. Okay. Wow, I guess what it is. So, as you can tell, just from that, she's ready to go. It's just, I got to put everything back together. She's already set for the timing. I've been doing a lot of body work on it. I don't like to leave that hooked up because it winds up killing the battery. I could sit there and crank it all night. She's not seized, so unlike it was when the pistons actually broke. And I had to put a new set of rings and 2 new pistons in it. I wanted to try and keep everything original as much as possible, you know. Even though it's the original block. You know. I was even thinking about buying what do they call it, a parts block, and checking the pistons out on that, and then maybe installing them in this, because they may be the original. Underneath the pistons they're stamped GM, so that's how you know they're original. Yeah, I know. But as you can see here too, I'll show you. How well you can see it, but all the stuff is right there. Timing chain is there. The cover's there. Gasket. I got the loser switch, the harmonic balancer, the pulley, the fan, the generator. It's all right here. It's just got to be put back in. That's it. And then she's done. And I got a new, I got this thing. This is a glass canister for the washer fluid. That's going to go in probably over there. I think that's where it went, because there's the sprayer right there. So I know that this had one at one time, and it's going to have one again. But yeah, I've also done a lot of these other things over here. Like you can see this fender here. If you remember a couple of posts back, it was all cracked because the primer I was using was like building primer, and it went in wet and it just didn't dry up. It just started cracking everything apart. Now, as you can see, this window is pretty bad, okay? The other one's worse. The vent window is bad too. So yeah, and I don't have much to spend on her. I'm a divorced man. As you can see, I'm paying for a house, and I'm paying for a new truck, by myself. And the money I make sometimes is not sufficient enough. But these are plexiglass. I got to clean them up, and how you get them to be shiny is use compound and wax, just like the plastic lenses they use on cars nowadays. It's a vent glass made out of plexiglass. Same thing, For now, until things get a little bit better, then I could buy the, the real stuff. And you can see that. But the fender, I've been working on that this morning too, in between my morning run and getting done for the day. But it's a lot of work, Bob. I mean, I had a heart attack 2 years ago, and I'm overweight because of the COVID-19 thing. And I have arthritis in my right foot, and I've got back problems. So all right, well then, do I know you from? You look like somebody I know from Facebook. Are you from Facebook? And the funny thing is, like all these other channels, I don't ask anything from anybody. I ask for no money. I ask for donations, but that's only hearsay. I've never had anybody donate anything to me, or even mention anything about wanting to donate anything to me. So, everything I do here is on my own. As you can see, I don't have a garage. There's a carport right there. But until I can get this thing running, I got to get that stuff cleared out of there in order to be able to put this in. Okay. I thought I knew you from Facebook. When I seen Bob, I was like, okay. Yeah, I have to be down to, Bridgewater tomorrow. I have to go and do a dry run for the bus company I work for. So I put over 220 something miles on that vehicle a day. But the thing is, like I said, I'm still working on it. So, it hasn't stopped yet. I've been, doing whatever I can, depending on what kind of energy I have, and how good I feel. If I feel like crap, then I don't do nothing. Like I said, I also do that boombox thing too, where I restore radios for people. I have one in here now. It's a Conian C100F that I had to rebuild from scratch because when he bought the radio, he bought it off of somebody that he really shouldn't have bought it from. And I warned him, but he didn't listen. So, now I had to rebuild the whole damn thing from the bottom up with a parts radio. And I don't know how good the parts are in that either. But, I had put 2 boards in it and the power switch and a new transformer board, and the tape deck started to work. What's the name of it, Bob? I got to watch out for these ashes that are blowing off of this thing because they could be hot, and I have to go and run and get a thing of water or something to put it out. Oh, that Bob. You know who I am. I'm on that site. Yeah, you're the what is it? You're the moderator on there, right? I go on here because my brother goes on here. He's one of the mods here, and then Pia, she's somebody that works for YouTube, I believe, but she's from the UK, I believe, and she shows up here every once in a while too. And then every once in a while I'll get somebody in here that'll want to talk to me. Not all the time, but sometimes. If you have other than legendary, let me know. Shoot me a text, in chat heads, and I'll check them out. Probably going to join anyway, so it doesn't matter if I'm not already. Well, let me check these steaks. Damn, at least one's got to be done by now. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. Good Lord, that thing is done. My brother was here. He'd have one of these steaks right now. Oh. Oh, now that's a steak. Woo, boy. Wow. All right, Bob. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that stops in. Even if it's only for a little bit, doesn't matter. Probably going to sit out here for a while tonight because I got everything set up. I have lights. The trailer's right in front of me. And I got power out here, so could probably run this for a while. Hey, bro, how you doing? Okay, take your time. Yeah, I don't eat that much, Bob. Really, I don't. I haven't eaten most of the day today, so, you know. I'll see you soon. You're the guy that's sitting on top of the red, what is it, 55 or 56, 57, whatever it is. Boy, that camera's so delayed. Later, Bob. All right, let's see what's going on here. I thought I was going to be able to hook up two things for YouTube, but not happening. Okay. What the hell did that for? Well, let's see what this. Okay, that don't affect it. That's cool. Well, I got 3 people in here. Ain't nobody saying nothing now. I'm going to see if I can reach Pia. She should be on Instagram. There she is. Well, that's a little old, but happy belated Easter. I'm live on YouTube right now. My brother's already here. Anywho. Oh, now there's only 2. Something like a smoke. On a Friday night. Well, at least I know the power still works via through the trailer. Of course, if this battery drains out, I'm going to have to plug in closer to the trailer because they can't get to anything here. Still on the phone, bro? Hey, how's it going there, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, I'm sitting outside tonight. We're actually doing a live outside by my car. There she is. Everybody was telling me, oh, well, don't worry about the body work. Do the engine first. I'm like, the engine's already there. I just got to get up underneath it and put everything back together. That's all. She cranks. It's not seized. She's cranking good. There's no loose rocker arms or, pistons or anything. So none of the push rods or the valves are tapping. So good to go there. But I got to get up underneath this thing, and I got to loosen up the oil pan so I can get the timing chain cover back on. Then I can drop the harmonic balancer back on and put the radiator on, the hoses back on, the generator back where it's on there. It's just not on there all the way. I'm going to have to get another one of these. The damn thing broke off. I think it's probably the original. Actually, that whole front bumper is going to have to be replaced, except for these rubbers. I think the rubber is fine, but the bumper, the turn signal bar, everything's all got to be redone or replaced. Oh, okay. Is everything all right, bro? Out of Order Garage. That's my brother. He's one of the mods in here. He's my little brother. Real brother. Not just, not some weird thing. Okay. Just making sure. That's all. Yeah, I think that steak could have used a little more cooking, to be honest with you. And the other one's still on there yet, but we got 2 people in here, so. Oh, okay. I want to check and see if Pia got my text real quick. Nope, she's probably asleep, and she lives in a different time zone anyway, so it's a good possibility she is passed out. And it's still going to take a while before I build this thing up. Other than you, there's only one other person in here, and they ain't saying much. I think it's Out of Order Garage. Oh, third person just walked in. Oh, okay. So what have you been working on lately? Anything old like this or no? The plan for the 50. Shit. The plan for the 57 is I have to get up underneath it, loosen up the oil pan, just so I can put the timing chain cover back on. Then I got to put the harmonic back on, and hook everything else back up. I got a 69 Olds Delta 88 Royale with a 455. That's in my vids too. You'll see that. That one's got bucket seats, and it's got the shifter on the floor console, and it's got air conditioning, and that's not seized up either. But ultimately, I'm going to get this thing going. And we know it cranks, and if it's cranking and it's not making any weird noise or any clanging or any valves tapping or rods knocking or anything like that, then, the hard part's over. I've already done that. I've done the pistons. I've done the rings. I cleaned the heads, all that stuff. So, yeah, it is, because I had an 88 that had a bench seat and it had the shifter on the console. Not on the console, on the steering column. It had a 455 as well. But I think for some reason, I believe this one has a 2-barrel. And I don't know why they would put something like that on a car with an engine that big. But I do believe it's got a 12-bolt posi rear on it. I doubt very highly it's got a limited slip. And that car was given to me for free. The lady, wanted me to restore it, and then her health started going downhill, and she sent me the title up and the keys along with it, and she said, good luck with it. I got dust on the screen. I can't see what it said. Yeah, but the problem is trying to, I got to get a 4-barrel intake manifold for it. I know somebody that had one, but by the time I went to go and get it, he had thrown it out. So, can't do nothing about that. Hey, out of order. You got to tell people, man. Tell them I'm here too. I'm not even working in a garage, for crying out loud. I'm in my driveway, And I ain't some hee-haw, from out in the hill. I got 30 cars, and I'm going to see if I get this one running today. Well, you're not too far. I'm in Jersey, so hell, I'm not far from Delaware Water Gap right now. Hey, you see this tree that's leaning right behind me? That would have crashed down on my house if I wouldn't have had it taken out. Better believe it. The way that thing's leaning, it would have pulled the ground right up underneath. Yeah, like I said, I got to get one of these too. Like, I got to take the bolts out of this, and I was thinking about maybe welding them back together, but I think it's pot metal. I don't think that'll be able to go back together. Nope, I only got one. I know you like cheese. I know you like beans too. Beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So have some beans with every meal. A boiled egg. Smells like shit. That plus crap. Where's your sitter? I got a hood poking out like a choke a donkey. Yep. Yeah, he said he had a tree like this that if he didn't have it removed, it would have crushed his house. You remember how stupid Sue was, Dad, where she's like, I like the trees. I like them. You should get that's a damn camper. Because I hooked up the power cord to the outside and the heater thing is screwed up in it. So that's why it's beeping. It does that all the time. I could hook up a battery to it. It'll do that crap. Yeah, so she's got me doing another run starting Monday, which I have to dry run it tomorrow. I have to go down to Bridgewater for one kid. And she expects me to be there by 3:10. With all the other crap that I'm doing. Mm-mm. Let's see. Those are bolts, I think, that go in there. No, they go in on the top. Crud. Keep forgetting. Yeah, well, you got to tell them people to come on over here, buddy. I'm not getting anybody in here on my live stream. I get like one or two people. That's it. And I've been on here since 2006. There's a lot of other cars than just the olds and the 57 Chevy that I've worked on. I worked on a 50 Dodge Coronet. I pulled a 52 Plymouth Cranbrook Club Coupe out of a junkyard, which had no floors. You know, the gas tank was filled with tar. The brakes didn't work. The clutch was gone. And the front seat was literally sitting on frame rails. And 6 months later, I had that car looking like it just rolled off the assembly line. They helped a lot of folks get to the 500 subscriber mark so they can get to the no-name nationals. Yeah, but you know what the thing is that I really don't have time to go to the no-name nationals. I'd love to, but I really can't, you know? I mean, I got a truck. You know, I'd have to get a trailer in order to hold the Oldsmobile if I were to do anything like that, because that's what I would run. You know, that's the only thing that's got a big enough engine to go in the nationals, you know? Now, usually I get people in here by word of mouth, but you know, like I said, it's been so. I mean, there's what was it, Poor Boy's Garage. I'm friends with him on Instagram. I'm friends with DD Speed Shop, Mortsky Repair. Derek, forget about it. He's just too busy. He doesn't have time to even say hi to anybody. So, yeah, no. The only one I don't like is, you know, I mean, I did, but I don't anymore, is that Puddin's Fab Shop. I think he went from being real to being like a first class joker. You know, everything's a joke to him. And when somebody asks him something, you know, he's too self absorbed in his own world to be there for anybody else. And I don't like that. Really, Dan? Man, I look like I got cat whiskers. I got to get a shave, man. I need to get a haircut too. My hair is out of control again. Well, at least I'll never have to worry about being empty haired. God. I'm going to have this cursed locks for the rest of my life. Yeah, so for all the people that just walked in, which really isn't all that many, we're outside out here by my 57 Chevy Bel Air with my live stream instead of me being inside by my boom boxes, so people can see just how ratty the car is and how much work still needs to be done on it. It ain't never going to be a trailer queen, folks. I'm not that kind of a person anyway. I would rather drive the car instead of haul it in a trailer to a show, drop it in a spot, put the tailgate back up, park the truck and trailer somewhere else, put signs all over it, don't touch, don't even breathe on it. And then at the end of the show, come back with the truck and the trailer, drop the tailgate, push the car in the garage, put the trailer, put the tailgate back up and carry it home. That's not the way I do things. Nope. And right now we're at the point where I know it'll run. It's not a question of will it. It's a question of when. When am I going to be able to get up underneath it in order to do the things I have to do in order to get it to start up again? It's getting oil up top. I already know that. I've taken the valve covers off. I've checked the rocker arms. And when I took the heads off and everything, I made sure that the push rods were not bent. I made sure they weren't filled with sludge because there was a lot of sludge in this engine. And, same thing with the lifters, all that stuff. You got to make sure everything's cleaned up before you put it back together. Otherwise, it ain't going to run right. Yeah, we still got time on it. It's supposed to be like a 12-hour battery, Dan. So I don't even have it plugged up right now. I got my cell phone plugged up to it. I think my cell phone's like at 100 right now. Let's see. Yep, 100%. Via the hotspot. Yeah, see, I got my little table of all my little ingredients and food and everything. And then if you look over there, you'll see we got the light over there. Then we got the barbecue grill over there. Well, my phone is an old phone. I mean, I told you I don't have money, man. I bought the Chromebook. That's what I'm on right now. That's what you're seeing me on. But the phone is like a Note 5 Android. So it's old as hell, But it gives me the hotspot that I need in order to do the live streaming and, if I want to go play video games online or something. So when you get divorced, and you only make a certain amount of money, you have to learn to readjust. So that's what I've done, and that's how I've afforded to pay for my house for the past 9 years on my own without any help, and get the things that I wanted. Sometimes on credit, sometimes with cash, sometimes with trading. But I have everything I want here. I don't need somebody to come in here and take control of my life and uh, want to put me through hell again. That's one time was enough. I went through it for 9.5 years, and I'm not going to go through it again. I'm happy the way I am. I have everything I want and everything I could need. I just don't have a lot of money. That's all. So, in the eyes of a poor man, I'm blessed. I get up every day. I go to work. I make money. I pay my bills just like anybody else does. Sometimes things are rough. So, you do what you can. Yeah, it's the camera that they have in the Chromebook. That's what I'm using right now. I'm still thinking that I might be able to hook this up to my TV. I got like a 75-inch flat screen TV. What is it, 4K? Smart TV in the house. I might be able to somehow hook this up into that. And then, or in the bedroom, because the bedroom's actually got, what is it, that I got that black web radio hooked up to the back of the TV where, it comes in a lot louder once it's on. Or I could hook that up to the one out in the living room. All depends. Might even be able to hook up to a boom box, because some of these actually have the auxiliary plugins in the back. They're about the size of a small headphone jack. Yep. So mainly what it is right now is it's just like I said, it's loosening up the oil pan to get the time and chain cover back on, putting the harmonic balancer back on, tightening up the oil pan, tightening down the time and chain cover, um, hooking the water pump back up. It's already got gaskets on it, sitting in the front seat. Been sitting there for about a day now. I put the gaskets on the other day and cleaned it up before that. Let's see, the radiator's already in it, so it's just got to be bolted down. I got to put the bolts back in it and then put the hoses back on. I'm keeping the bottom hose an original for now because everybody's been telling me don't use the flexi hoses. I don't know why. I guess something about the insides giving way or something and wind up going in the engine. If that's the case, then I'll go and get other hoses. Yeah, it is. It's pretty straightforward. But the problem is the intake manifold. I have to get some helicoil because the studs that hold the carburetor down, the base of the intake manifold is kind of stripped out. So the carburetor is going to have a massive vacuum leak just from that if I don't do it. So I have to get the helicoil. I got to rethread that, get some new studs for it so that way I can put it in. The carburetor's rebuilt. I don't have to worry about that. I've already done that in the beginning. I had the kit and everything else. I did the whole 9 yards. It was black when I had it, when I first took it off, and now it's gray like it's supposed to be again. The valve covers, I cleaned them. The oil pan, I cleaned that because it had sludge in it. The little valley where the lifters are and the push rods, that whole area was filled with sludge. I had to clean that out. Let's see. The valve springs, that part of the head, they needed to be cleaned out because I had sludge in that. It was like somebody never changed the oil in this damn thing. Yeah, so I'm thinking, like I said, the bottom hose on the radiator is the original. It's not a flexi hose. The one that was on top originally, before I got the car, it was a flexi hose up top, but not on the bottom. So I went and bought two flexi hoses, but everybody's telling me they're no good. So I'll take them off and go and buy the other one. And I don't care. You know, these things right here, I needed to get. There was paint peeling all in here, so I had to take the bezels out. I had to take the gaskets out that go around it, and all that stuff. Oh, and I finally got most of that dent out on the fender. Remember the dent right in the front on the driver's side? Everybody was giving me hell for that. Oh, you should take that damn dent out of there. You know what you have to do? You have to go from underneath this side of the fender. And you have to go and have something long enough to go up in there and pop it out. Because it's on the inside metal piece. It's not on the outside. The outside's actually got the vent, not the vent, the air hose or whatever it is for air going in there. It's got them on both sides. And I have, like I said, I got that windshield washer canister, the glass one with the motor in it and all that other crap. And it has the sprayer right near the windshield, but I don't know where the canister originally went on this car. So that's the original one, And the not the radiator, the battery tray, I'm making a duplicate out of galvanized steel. And it's actually over there on the ground. I don't know if you can see it from here. There's a vacuum there, and it should be. Yeah, you can see right between the vacuum and the rubber thing. You can see that metal thing sticking up. That's the battery tray. I just put that down there this afternoon. It's got a can of paint on it. So, and I'm cutting it out the same way the original was, because there's part of the side to the battery tray. It still has like the whole side area, just not the actual part that holds the battery. And I figured, I'd copy it and then, I'd cut it out with snippers, metal snippers. But that's 18 gauge galvanized steel. That's not easy to cut, And then after I get done with that, the best thing about this car is that the trunk was not rotted. The floors are not rotted. The runner boards are, in the back, behind the rear doors. They're gone. They have to be redone, or I have to cut the whole damn thing out and put new runner boards in, period. Let's see. The frame rails, totally solid. No rust at all. Surface flaking, that's about it. But when I got the car last year, the guy took film footage of him going up underneath it with a camera, and there's no rust. And that car has been in Jersey all its life. There's a sticker on the back for some religious thing that's in Elizabeth, and it even said 66. So this car's been here a long time. And the inspection sticker on it is from 1976. It's on the wrong side, though. I don't know why they would have it unless somebody already took it off and figured they'd keep it and put it on that side. Oh, man. Okay. Retap it because my ex wife's son left a tap and die set here. When he abused my tools, and left them in the dirt and everything. That was his way of apologizing by leaving me his tools that were still usable. Oh man, that's not even cooked. Hang on a second. That's what we call a bloody steak. It's not even rare, that's like raw. Still hiding in the wings, bro? Yeah, okay. You got one other person in here other than you. I think it's still out of Auto Garage. But you know, everybody's like, and a guy was telling me, he's like, oh, well, you should take it to car show. It's coming up in April. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not going to car shows. This car is not a car show material car. You know, I mean, it's right now. It's a project car. That's all it is. And until I get, you know, new pieces like new doors, you know, new glass, the front bumper, the rear bumper, you know, the bezels, the hood trim, you know, not the trim, but the piece that goes at the end of the hood, the bumper expander, the expanders and all that shit. No. We need new rockets. The rockets that are on there are painted with chrome paint. That's how badly pitted they were. So yeah, this is not a trailer queen. I'm not a $100,000, you know, employee. So oh, I know that. I've done that before. I had a 69 Impala Custom that I drove when it was in primer. But I had straightened everything out. The fender was all cockeyed and everything because I think they didn't hit it hard, but I think, you know, when they put the new fender on, they didn't know what they were doing because it wasn't right. There was like an inch of space between the door and the fender, you know? So it had to be realigned. And I did it with 2x4s, 1x2s, and, you know, little wedges of wood and, you know, trying to straighten out the fender up over by the firewall and, you know, keep it straight down at the bottom and not have it run into the door. You know, it takes time and patience for that. It's not like, you know, like you see this guy, DD Speed Shop, Dan, all right, he's a good guy. Don't get me wrong. He's done a lot of work to his car, but I got to tell you, it's like, he's probably got the kind of patience like I do. You know, you get aggravated because you're trying your hardest to get something done and it's just not working. Like sometimes, and my brother can testify to this, he's seen it. I'll sit there and bust my butt in order to try and get something done for hours and I will get nothing accomplished. And I'll get so pissed. It's not even funny, you know? And instead of just walking away, I keep at it until I get to the point where I'm boiling, you know? So that's what my problem is when I work on these cars, you know, because I want to get something done, but every time I go to get something done, like, did you look at the one video when I'm out there working on the car in the morning? The afternoon, I made another recording of a video, and what was it doing? Snowing. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get a lot done with 30-degree temperatures out here and snow on the ground. Yeah, I guess 57 Chevys are not a big embarrassment, so I really don't care to, that you bring one down. That's a project car. Yeah, you know what I use? Cardboard. I have a big cardboard thing underneath this car right now. Even when I took the oil cartridge sleeve off, that was filled with sludge. It was a mess. This car was a total disaster. If it wasn't for what went wrong, going wrong, this thing probably would have wound up blowing a rod through the pan. Because you never know how bad the engine is until you take it apart. That's how you could tell what the last person did to the car, whether they took care of it or they didn't. And whoever had this car, they didn't take care of it. And the funniest thing about it is, believe it or not, this is a numbers match. It's not a time period correct. It's a numbers match. I know the exact date this car was produced. It was actually July 26, 1957. And all the parts on this, the exhaust manifold's got a stamp number in it. The bend tabs were still on the bolts when I got the car before I took the heads off, okay? The heads match, the intake manifold number, the engine block number, the transmission's the original, the generator's the original, the starter is the original, the fuel pump's original, the carburetor's original. How much more original can you get, really? Yep. Yeah, what I got to do is I got to take the jack out from underneath the front. I got two jack stands up on 2x4s right here now. It's like two 2x4s lined right up so that way the jack stands don't fall off. So I got to take the jack out. I've already got blocks behind the rear tires and in front of the rear tires. And I've got the e-brake on, so I'm not stupid, But then what I got to do is I got to get another jack stand and take the jack from the front and lift up the side on the passenger side so I can get all that crap done, because it's actually where the oil pan is. It's where what the hell they call it? I want to call it coupling, but it's not. It's something that swivels back and forth. It's got two holes in it. You put the bolts through it. It goes right through the frame, and you bolt it down. But sometimes I can't think of the names of these things. I know what they are. I've worked on cars before. So, and I have proof of that. You look at the other videos. You got the 50 Dodge. You got the 52 Plymouth. You got the 69 Impala, the 67 Charger, the 64 Volkswagen Bug. All done by me. Yeah, idle arm. Okay. So, you know, and that's what it came down to. It was like, like my ex-wife, she didn't like the fact that I was right here in the driveway working on cars. She would be out of her mind because of ants that come around every spring. You put a couple of ant traps down. You spray a little bit of stuff on the ground. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Um, and she would lose it. And I'm doing what I like. I'm enjoying this. You know what I'm saying? That's what was my thing at the time. I was into cars. I'm still into cars. I mean, for crying out loud, how many people do you know that look like me that get up underneath a '57 Chevy and work on it? You know what I'm saying? Having a heart attack 2 years ago, having arthritis in your foot and lower back problems, and still get up underneath a car and work on it. People were making fun of me on Facebook because I was taking everything apart while the block was still in the car. You could do it either way. It doesn't matter. It's a little harder to do it from, that point of view. I mean, I got an engine hoist now, but I don't need it now. You know, I've already gotten the engine done. So what's the point? I don't have an engine stand. I have tools. I've got a compressor. I have a welding machine. I have a sandblast cabinet. I have a clean sink. There's just some things I don't have. I don't have a tire changer. I'd love to have a tire changer. You know, but I can't afford that. I got 4 brand new tires sitting in the back of this car right now in the back seat. I can't change them because I don't have a tire changer. I don't want to take them to somebody else and do them because I know how to do it myself. It's kind of stupid. I want to see if these lights are going to do anything. It's kind of like it's not dark yet, but I'm sure it's going to get dark soon. Yeah, it's about 7 o'clock. It's going to be about another hour. It's already the sun's pretty much already set. So, but I thought of doing this setup when I got home. I was like, I really don't want to do it inside. I want to be outside. You know. See, now if I was a kid and I had these kind of cars back then, I'd probably work on them then too. Now my brother, he loves old cars. He's not into them like I am. I'm into the car itself, yes, but I'm also into what makes it tick. You know what I'm saying? And can I tear it apart and put it back together? You know, a lot of people when I was younger, they thought I was stupid upstairs because I did things differently. But to be honest with you, I was very, very intelligent. I had a lot more brains than people gave me credit for. And, no matter how many times they try and tell me I'm doing something wrong, if I know I'm doing it right, you can sit there and say it until you turn blue in the face. It ain't going to make a difference to me because I'm still going to do it the way I'm doing it, you know? Yeah, that beeping is annoying. I'm sure everybody can hear it too. That's my trailer that's right in front of me. I got a 28-foot 1996 Terry Resort trailer that I still need to do some roof work on. But I have to get the ladder over here, and then I have to make sure the top is strong enough to support me. It was a couple of years ago, but I've been covering it up, and it needs some work. I'm glad that the electricity still works. Hey, Shopcat Industries, how you doing? Hey, Shop, send me uh what is it? A comment down below. Like after this is over, and I'll subscribe to you. Okay? Because I've already got out of order. He's already on my subscription list. So yeah, this is what I'm working on right here. I don't know if you saw any of the videos, but that's my Project 4-door. It's got a 283 V8 that well, the videos speak for themselves. Everybody's telling me that I'm doing everything wrong, but I'm sitting here earlier this evening and I'm cranking the engine, and you can hear there's nothing wrong with the engine. It's perfectly ready to go. Now I know that when the pistons went on this thing, the brakes went as well. Yeah, I know. That's why I told them to leave a comment down below so that way I can sub to them as well, because I can't do that while I'm live. See, I'm not even computer savvy enough to make little, decals or icons or something like that. I don't even know how to do editing. No, nothing wrong with it at all. I got the car sight unseen. It was sitting in an aircraft hangar. But it was a mess. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a mess. The only thing it had going for it was the frame rails are solid. It has the original drivetrain from the factory. It's a numbers match car, and the guy didn't know that at all. He had no clue. It has the original 283, the Power Glide. It has all the original parts on a generator, starter, carburetor. The ram head, exhaust manifolds are all original. Even had the bend tab still on the exhaust manifold bolts. Yeah, I'm not good at editing at all. I don't even know how to make a little see how Shopcat Industries has got their little cat with the wrenches. I don't have anything like that. I don't have any knowledge of doing anything like that. I think that's a computer graphics thing that you have to actually uh, know how to do. I haven't done that in a long time. And with the way the computers are made nowadays, they don't even have a DVD drive in them anymore. That's weird to me. Yeah, I do too. But I mean, I originally started out as, what was it, Rich the Angry Irishman, but that really didn't work too well. Only took her like 3 hours. Yeah, like I got time to sit there 3 hours. I have between when I can work on this and I mean, hell, I'm driving all day. I'm out at 5 in the morning and I don't get done till like 4:30. Well, I'm after when Monday starts, I'm not going to get back till about 5:30, because I'm going to be going all the way down to Bridgewater, and I live all the way up towards Delaware Water Gap. I'm not far from it. So I'm going to have a bit of a haul, to say the least. I'm already putting over 220 miles on a van that I drive. So, but hey, she turned around and told me, she said it pays, what was it? 250 extra weekly. So it's 500 every other week. When you start adding up the runs, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be 5 runs. So one pays 800 every other week. 500 for 2 in the morning. And I think it's 250 for one run that I do in the afternoon, and then the other one's going to be $250. So if it's going to be like $1,000 there. So it'll be good money. But the thing is, I'll be working all the time, and when I'm not working, I'm going to be tired as hell. All right, bro. I love you too, brother. Be safe, and if your back's hurting you, take a chill pill, man. Go relax. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, that's my little brother, my real brother. So flesh and blood. Yeah, maybe one time when he's up here, I'll go live and he can go live with me. We really don't look that much different. I just got a big cursed, I like to call it a mop, a gray mop on my head. But, I definitely have my mother's hair, because if I had my father's hair, I'd be bald. And then I'm going to have to cook the steak the rest of the way. This grill went out. I believe it did anyway. I drive them. The New York City buses, the tour buses, the double deckers, the red ones. I used to do the reupholstering on the canopies that was on top of them. And I think I did reupholstering for restaurants too. The last restaurant I did before the guy got locked up for a vial of crack cocaine and an illegal possession of a gun. He threw his life away. He really did. He was stupid. Was La Casa Maria restaurant in King of Prussia, PA. Redid that whole damn restaurant, everything in that place. We got it there, I think it was like 6 at night, and we didn't leave until like 11 in the morning. That place was done. That's why I said, yeah, I know how to do reupholstering. Yeah, I know how to do headliners. Yeah, I know how to do door panels. Because that's nothing. I mean, I used to use Texas canvas and make boat covers, for the wintertime, the snap ones. And I've worked in a couple of bus garages myself, and a couple of mechanic garages. One of my last jobs was right up the street from me. I had it's in the video list. The Black 50 Dodge. That car was actually a lead car in a war veterans parade, and I left the job in order to be the lead car. And I asked him like a couple of years later. I said, "Did you fire me because I had to be the lead car in the parade?" He goes, "No, hell no." He says, "You were carrying the veterans, for crying out loud, in that car. No way in hell would I have fired you." So the only reason why this is taking me so long is, like I said, because me working so many hours, and I was doing this extra thing to make an extra $50 every week. But then, it got to the point where the kid was misbehaving, and the mother didn't want to send the kid to do the little treat thing for them. And when they do that, I don't get paid. So now with the other run that I'm going to start doing, I ain't got time for that, because I won't get back until about 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock, and there's no time to drive somebody to, a social or whatever once a week, I'm wondering if any of these exterior lights on this trailer still work. I've got two. I got one on the side here and then one in the front of the trailer here. And it's got those chicken chaser lights up top. I don't know why they got chicken chaser lights. They don't make no sense. But, yeah, so, I know I haven't done this in a while, so I figured I'd get on here and see how things are going. And, I think I'm going to get ready to get off of here. We've been on here well, I got on here a little early. I was supposed to start at 6, but I started at like 5:30. I figured, get a little more time in, maybe to get some more people to show up. You know what I mean? I know I'm not the prettiest looking dude in the world. I mean, my hair is a mess. I need to shave, but, is what it is. Yeah. Yep. That black one, the 50 Dodge, man, that thing, oh my God. When I finished getting that car up and running, I had some lady that drove up to my driveway and offered me 10 grand for that car. And I told her no. Said she wanted to buy it for her husband. They just got married. I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm not selling it. Because I didn't know if I was going to get another old car again or not. I had no idea. This one I got on Facebook, Marketplace. And I never even went down to see the car. I didn't know if it ran or nothing. The guy dollied it all the way up here from South Jersey. And he knew nothing about it. He said he hadn't even started wrenching on it yet. And, it was like half the trim was missing. The sun visors were gone. The steering wheel ring, the cap, the radio, the clock. There was so much stuff missing. Even the Chevrolet shield right there was not there. Those lenses there are brand new. I painted the V gold because it was looking like crap. And the Chevrolet scripts are actually repops. The glass lenses that are for the backup lights, those are repops, but they're made out of glass. They're not made out of plastic. So, and the sun visors are about, I guess, as close as you can get to the originals. It doesn't have the little metal rods sticking out on both ends to go into the mirror. I got that mirror that's got the, the thing that clips onto the little rods for the sun visors. And then, like I said, I got the material that goes around the door framing for the inside. That's blue. The seats are original. The seats are ripped and torn and tattered and everything else. But the material that's on it still is the original. There's one surviving door panel that's on the passenger side rear. And I have to make the other ones. So, I have fabric inside. I got black vinyl. I've got turquoise material. I have something similar to a carpet. I guess you would call it like a velvet glove box type material that I was going to use for that. And one chrome stripping was missing, so I made one. Same thing with the plexiglass, because the glass windows on the front of this car, the front doors, the only thing that survived was the vent glass on the driver's side. There's no cracks in that. But the passenger side looks like hell. And, the door glass on the driver's side looks like it should have been given up on long ago. Oh, I'm subscribed to him, but he doesn't say nothing to me. I was watching something him doing this morning with what the hell was it? Some old business coupe. He was putting like something similar to SS Kreger tires on it. No, and you know what the thing is a lot of people are changing these 4 doors into the 2-door conversion. It's still a 4-door. It's the way it's always going to be titled. But I guess, for some reason they just feel that it's better to have something that looks like a 2-door. Maybe it'll help them win more door prizes or trophies or whatever. I don't get it. Leave the car the way it was. It's like DD Speed Shop. That's all he's worked on. He's worked on 56. What was it? 56 wagon. He had the 57, which he started on. It was out in the field. He got that running. He sold that or gave it to somebody or whatever the hell the case was. Then he found that Nomad. The Nomad had nothing but a good top on it. Everything else was gone. And he's put that pretty much together. I'm still waiting for him to get glass. Because, I can't find it anywhere cheap either. So otherwise I'd put new, glass panes in these and the hell with it, Same with the vent window. But these people, man, they want like a fortune for this stuff. I'm like, hell, I ain't got that kind of money. I barely had enough. I had $2,500 to buy this car. I gave the guy $500 to dolly it up to me. And I've been working on it ever since. And a lot of people take a lot longer than I do in order to work on a car, especially if it's this kind of car. Yeah, but you want to know something, Steve? That's it's not the right glass, and they couldn't cut it. The guy actually told me 2 weeks later after he held it, "Oh, it's tempered glass. We can't cut it." I'm like, you couldn't have told me that 2 weeks beforehand, you know? Well, right now what I have is plexiglass. I got plastic. I've cut out from the the tempered glass. I cut out patterns for the plexiglass because it was Sharpie marker on the glass, and I was using a glass cutter until I figured it's going to take forever to do it this way. So let me go see if I can get somebody else to cut it. Well, this was flat glass. It was tempered, but it was still flat glass. It was big enough too, but they just wouldn't do it. The guy was lazy as hell. And what they want for glass for a 4-door is a hell of a lot more expensive than a 2-door, believe it or not. They want like $300 and something, which I just don't have the money for. I'm paying for a mortgage. I'm paying over $500 for a truck payment every month. I'm paying credit cards. I'm paying auto insurance. I'm paying cell phone bill. It's just like, really? No, I don't think so. I've never heard of that name. So, yeah, I know. I know that. I'm very well aware of it, but you know, the glass places that do the glass replacement, they don't do that. There's nobody up here. This is like you're out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, my next door neighbor who died put that up when I was married, that fence, and became totally antisociable. He once told my ex-wife that he was going to use her as a tax deduction. when he came down to my house one day, and I turned around and told him, I said, I think you need to go home. This is not your house, and you don't talk to people that way. Yeah, but I just don't know of anybody. You know, I'm not very vast in all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's like I try and I when I got some of the stuff for the car, I try to do the cheapest way I could. Now, I got the Bel Air script, not the script. Yeah, the Bel Air script for the dash trim. I got that because a guy made a mistake on eBay. He sold me the centerpiece, which has the cutouts for the radio and had the Bel Air golden script still attached to the trim piece for $32. Now I've seen that just the Bel Air script go for $29 by itself without the trim. So and he had it posted as a part for 64 Impala. I didn't say a word until I got the part. When I got it, I told him, I says, that was for 57 Bel Air, right? And then, what was it? The horn ring. When I got that, I got two center caps. One was for 210, which was actually pretty good shape. It wasn't, pitted or anything like that. And then you had the Bel Air one, which was faded and was pitted. And because I wasn't going to use the 210, I figured, I'd use the cap from that and put the Bel Air piece in that and then put that on the horn ring. And that's what I did. The door and window cranks, I actually got them from, everybody's telling me like there's companies out there that make them really cheap, that they bust off, right at the end where they get attached to the gear. And I made sure that the parts were cheap price wise, but not in quality. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people believe in the amount that you can make instead of, the better you can make it. So, folks, I think I'm going to get off of here. We're going on 2 hours now. And it's starting to get dark and it's starting to get cold out here. I don't think I had that in mind when I was doing this, but it is what it is. I want to see how much this would light up if I turn these on. Hold on a second. If I can get up out of this chair. Now, let's see. I can see the reflection on the hood of the car. It's not too bad. I think when I get my pool open, I have to get a new filtration system for the pool. Take the cover off and then clean it out, and oh God, yeah, here I go again, right? Like I don't have to get up tomorrow morning, but my body's just like done, So, Shop Cat Industries. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I have to look up in the phone book, or maybe I'll go on GPS and see if there's something around here that's got the glass panes or whatever, or a place that can cut them. But you have to have some kind of template for them to cut because they don't know what the hell it is, And the panes that I have, they're shot. They're I have to use the plexiglass that I cut out, for the vent and the doors, because they do have they have a rounded corner, and then the other side's straight, and then, it's kind of tucked in at the bottom. It's kind of cut off, so on both sides. So it is a little bit weird, it's not like perfectly square or whatever. And then, the vent windows rounded on the inside towards the windshield. And then it's squared off on the outer end. So, and you got to make sure they're right width and height. Otherwise, they just won't fit in right. So maybe what I'll do is I'll use them as templates. Maybe I'll just straighten up a little bit and maybe take them to a shop or whatever, and, have them cut it from that, At least there'll be a template for them to use, but I really shouldn't have to, But the thing is right now, my problem is the driver's side window is so bad that, I've got packaging tape around it about 20 times just to hold it the hell together. So one half doesn't fall in the door and the other half doesn't go cockeyed on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want somebody going in there, while I'm inside sleeping. That's why I lock this thing up at night, and that's why, like, my truck is behind it. And then the company vehicle I use is in front of my truck. So they're not getting in here no matter what they try, And then the same thing with my house. My house is set up. I've got video surveillance cameras and I've got alarms out here. And, I got things blocking windows so that you can't get in, And if you do get in, or if you try to get in, you're going to have your arm cut off or it's going to be broken, Either by a Louisville Slugger or a nice, big, gigantic butcher knife. Because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in you going breaking in somebody's domain. That's their house. That's their castle. You stay the hell out of it. If they're paying the bills, that's theirs, not yours, So, all right, folks. I think we're going to call it quits for the night. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. And for all those who haven't subscribed, if you wouldn't mind doing so, that would be much appreciated. And I know I say this every time, but if you want to leave a donation, donations are accepted. Even if it's tools, I don't care. Leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Now, just like and subscribe, folks. Don't forget to hit the bell. I'm going to be going live again. Probably not for a while, but I will be going live again soon. Maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, something like that, because I got to get things done around here and I have a lot of work. You guys all take it easy, stay safe, keep out of trouble, and don't junk the cars, man. Keep them running, do what you got to do in order to get them going again. Because, like I said, with this thing here, sometimes I've given up, but not to the point where, I've completely given up altogether and let it sit for 3 or 4 years or something like that. A couple of days, and then I calm down, I get back to it. I got a clear head, and I get things done. Everybody, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Have a good evening, and be safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Rich 220 signing off. Later.